Hello and welcome to our very first episode of the Anime Lounge Short Flights. This is going to be a spin-off series off of our podcast where we will talk about hot, new, anticipated anime off of the new season. Today we are going to be talking about Lycoris Recoil. And before we get started, Matt, you want to talk a little bit about why we chose the name Anime Lounge Short Flights?
So a short flight is a smaller sample of an adult beverage. And for our podcast listeners, you know that we always have an adult beverage of choice. So because our YouTube series is going to be short, quick episodes, we decided to go with short drinks. Today, my short is going to be a Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy. Lance, what's yours?
Mine today is going to be the Nuclear Spotted Cow because that was all that was in my fridge still. So can't get fancy with buying new beer quite yet. So before we get any further, Matt, you want to give a synopsis of what Lycoris Recoil is all about?
So I am taking the synopsis right off of Crunchyroll. It says, for these peaceful days, there is a secret behind it all, a secret organization that prevents crime called DA, or Direct Attack, and their group of all girls, Lycoris. This beautiful everyday life is all thanks to these young girls. The elite Chisato is the strongest Lycoris agent of all time, alongside with Akina. Alongside is Takina, the talented but mysterious Lycoris. They work together at one of the branches, Cafe Lycorico. Here, the orders this cafe takes ranges from coffee and sweets to children, shopping, teaching Japanese to foreign students, etc. The mostly tasks unbefitting of Lycoris. The free-spirited and optimist pacifist, Chisato, and the cool-headed and effective Takina, the chaotic everyday lives of this mismatched duo begin.
That was a long synopsis.
It really was. But it kind of drew me in right as soon as I read it. I was like, oh man, you don't get to see too many female lead anime. So I was like, oh, okay, that'll be interesting.
Right. And the way that this first episode opened up with like just secretly killing people off to the side, trying to say like this is a super safe world and it's because of what we do secretly on the side, just fucking work people and snipe them. And then surprisingly enough, it's relatively young girls instead of like adult men, which you would normally think in a movie. But so I thought as soon as I saw the secret killing, and it wasn't even just like one bullet and you're done. No, these girls are just unloading like 5 bullets into a single person. I thought that was pretty fucking sweet. So I was instantly drawn in with that alone.
Yeah, and when like in the beginning, so they're going through and there's this train that passes, and then these 2 girls and this person, and then the train finishes passing everybody, and it's just the 2 girls walking by and the body's gone, and you're just like, what the? All right, then this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see more about this for sure. So I guess let's give a little bit of more character talk. We have the Chisato is that blonde girl who's got this super peppy, typical like little girl style of how she wants to, just live her life. And behind all that, she's got a shit ton of experience and she's super smart. She even tells Takina how, cool it. You don't have to kill these people.
Yeah. When she gets into the gunfight with those people in the van, and the bullet just passes right past her, and it was crazy. It was so cool.
Oh, she's sitting there dodging bullets
from point blank range. It was insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally thought that was amazing. Um, the fact that she also uses non-lethal weapon or non-lethal bullets also kind of shows how much experience she has, because she knows that killing your targets isn't always the best thing. Because obviously, this whole first episode, and what I'm going to assume the rest of this season is probably going to be about, is this gun deal that's gone wrong or gone missing of some sorts. So killing these guys like Takino was trying to do,
Yeah.
and what Takino did in that warehouse is just going to be, the wrong thing to do in this case, because we need information and dead people don't talk.
Oh, then when Takano gets the Gatling gun, I was instantly hooked. I was like, oh
Oh
man, that's
yeah,
gonna be insane.
this little girl pulls out a Gatling gun, kills everybody perfectly too. By the way, I thought that was strange. So that
A
was
small
really cool.
room. Yeah, it was so good. And then I enjoyed the fact that there's like it wasn't super straightforward because you saw, if you were paying attention, you had the person that's giving away these owl pins
Yep,
for basically world peace, and then you hear him talking and it's like ignorance is bliss kind of thing.
yep.
And
Do you
it's good
think?
to, I want to.
Do you think you have an idea of like the purpose of the owl? Like, do you think that's going to be some kind of symbolism for something, or do you think, or is it because you might already know, like maybe owls are a sign of peace or power,
They're a sign of wisdom, but I think it's
wisdom?
going to
Yeah,
be anybody who has these owls is actually a part of this secret underground community that's actually plotting to like take over the world or something crazy like that.
yep. That's what I was thinking too. And I got two. I'm getting like Tokyo Ghoul vibes out of this. We're taking place in a cafe, so that
Yep.
made me think of it right away too. And then of course the owl, and then the owls from Tokyo Ghoul were the top notch guys, right?
Yep. The
Yeah.
one-eyed
So
owl.
so then I just I'm probably digging too deep into that one, but it just made me think Tokyo Ghoul, so that was pretty cool.
Well, I got some just because Sashas Stampede is kind of in the news right now for
Right?
Chisato. Like that's kind of what I thought of, like when she just started dodging bullets from point blank range, was Vash, when because he wouldn't kill people either, but he was this
Oh
just
yeah,
insane marksman.
yeah, yeah. He's got that weird silliness about him, and yet he's
Mhm.
incredibly talented with a gun and avoiding bullets. So yeah, I can see that one too.
And her seeing that drone from, oh man, what did she said 9 o'clock, and what'd she say, 500 yards or something like that?
It was definitely not close.
No, it was not close.
But yeah, she was able to sense that and snipe that out of the air, and I thought that was pretty sweet. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait to see even more out of this.
Um, what do you think of? Do you think there's anything going on with DA themselves? Because you saw them trying to they were covering up the incident of the hacking incident, and they were covering up the Gatling gun incident with the gas
Right,
explosion.
right. Yeah, they're just saying that they're so quick to cover anything and everything.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, with the coverings, um, pretty sure I wrote this note down that the bad guy who blew up a couple floors, in that building, it looked like 3 floors blew up. He's part of the DA, right? He looked like he was talking
I,
DA stuff. I didn't
yeah, I
get a
thought
name.
so.
And then he just walks into the cafe and everybody knew him. So now we got like a double agent of some sorts, or is this all DA?
Well, well, he's the guy that gives the pins out, the owl
Yeah,
pins. So everybody's going to know who he is because he's a figurehead kind of thing. But it's going to be, I'm curious if he is in line with somebody higher up in DA.
mhm. Yeah. Do you think he's going to be a bad guy, or do you think all of the DEA is going to be exactly like this guy?
I think it's going to be him and some higher up corrupt people. That's what I
Yeah.
think. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm completely on board. I think everything's going to turn into corruption, and it's going to come down to Chisato and Takina and the rest of the cafe to figure this out, because they're kind of, the cafe is like kind of considered the like almost rejects, were they not? Like I know Chisato was considered like one of the number ones, but Takina was rejected. So that's why I'm thinking
Takino,
reject.
the one girl who was older, I'd drawn a blank on her name. She was like the intelligence person that just quit.
Yep.
And then teacher was the, so he was sniping out the incident, but you saw him with a cane. So I can't
Yep.
imagine he's going to be doing anything super crazy just because I feel like he's disabled in some way.
Right. Right. So yeah, he might have, really talented Skype sniping skills, but I I don't think, yeah, he's not going to be like doing aerials or anything in midair unless we start getting mech or something. He's got some kind of suit that he can jump into. Oh,
I don't think so. I feel like he's just going to be a the super shot from behind.
Yep.
I did enjoy the symbolism in the original tower that got destroyed but still standing.
Oh, that tower, yeah, that was the original tower or the new tower, the one with all those like crazy colorful spiky things surrounding it.
So that was the original tower.
It was,
And
okay.
then
I thought that looked cool.
Yeah, I thought it was insane looking, and then just symbolism of showing what the world was, and this is the reason behind it. Just crazy symbolism.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to episode 2. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on in the rest of this episode. I want to see more. It's going to be a real growth when it comes to Takana, just because right now she just wants to kill everybody, doesn't really care about bystanders, because she used the Gatling gun with the hostage situation, with both hostage situations, and was like, well, they didn't die, so it's okay. And it's like, well, you're right, but you can't think like that.
Right. Yeah, you're causing too much damage, too much cover up, and especially if you're trying to avoid cover up, it's never going to be a good look. So yeah, she's got a lot to learn, and she's going to learn it from Chisato, who's got some weird methods herself, but she's super talented. So
yeah, it'll be really nice to see, and then see more of Chisato, maybe going into a little bit of her schooling days or the reason why she left and is now working at the cafe.
Right. Yeah, so we're gonna need some backstory there. And then do you have any expectations for at least episode 2?
I feel like episode 2 you're going to obviously get introduced to the, what they call him, not ghost. I'm trying to think of, I don't remember what his code name was, but
Walnut. Oh, Walnut hacks.
Walnut.
Yeah, Walnut. Yeah, I wrote that down.
It'd be interesting to see what he's doing at the cafe, kind of seeing what he's doing when he's not being a hacker or the head of this evil organization.
Yep. Yeah, that's all I can expect out of episode 2 is just find out who Walnut is and what his exact purpose is and whatnot. So, and of course, some silly stuff out of the girls. So,
yeah,
that's my expectation. Can't get too broad with episode by episode basis this year.
Yep. Yeah, I'm really glad we picked this one. The cover art looks fantastic. It really hooks you in.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
all right,
and like I
do you have any more last words? I'm sorry.
No.
Off there.
Just hoping the pacing and everything stays on par with what's going on in the first episode, and it'll be awesome to see.
Yep, I can agree with that. All right, but if that's going to bring us to a close, hope you guys enjoyed our first episode of Anime Lounge Short Flights. If you did enjoy this, please leave a like and subscribe so that you guys can help our new community grow. Leave a comment, let us know what you thought, any talking points that you would like to bring up. Maybe other people could comment with you. And if you did enjoy some of this anime talk, we do have a normal podcast where we have talks on seasons in its entirety, and you can find that almost anywhere you find a normal podcast. Any last words, Matt?
Nope. All right.
All right. Well, thanks again, and we'll see you next week.